Dr. Adolf Klenk is joining me in studio. Now, he's the German scientist behind the caffeine shampoo that helps people who are experiencing hair loss. Hello.
Hello.
Now, tell me about the research you did. How did you start your research when it comes to hair loss?
I think caffeine is well known as a very amazing compound, and it has been used in some drug issues very well. And there is also old publications in terms of energy supply. And so I had the idea in 2000, what happens if you apply caffeine in the hair, because the hair root is a very power demanding organ.
Okay. So tell me about your research. How did you start it?
Yes, when we started, we had a look in hair organs. So we extracted complete hair organs out of the scalp, and then we applied testosterone to this hair organ, because testosterone is in the body and it's a negative attack, the negative challenge. And then we applied additionally caffeine, and we found that caffeine can control this negative testosterone effect more or less completely. So the growth period was expanded, and what we call in the hair science the anagen phase has been expanded, and so far the hair loss should be reduced by the caffeine.
Interesting. Now, what exactly is the product that you developed, and how much caffeine does it contain?
So about the caffeine content, we usually don't talk, because it's a confidential figure. However, it's enough, it's sufficient, and we did also in vivo studies with our caffeine shampoo in clinics, in dermatological clinics, and so we know that really it's a suitable concentration, suitable dose. And when we developed this shampoo, it was for us the challenge to prove a penetration out of a shampoo treatment, because at that time it was incredible that you can apply via shampoo, which is a very short time of contact, an active component. And together with a university clinic in Berlin, we carried out a penetration study, and within a contact time of only 2 minutes, we gave proof that the scalp and the hair follicle will get a reserve or reservoir of caffeine for 24 hours. So finally, one single hair wash per day is just enough to release enough caffeine for the whole day.
Wow. Now, I know you briefly explained, but I want you to just explain a little more what exactly the caffeine does to the hair root.
So when you have a look on the hair growth period, it's a very power-consuming organ, and there are some let's say biological batteries called CAMP, the cyclic adenosine monophosphate, which is a key messenger for energy supply, and testosterone suppresses this CAMP release, and caffeine increases. So that's a direct interaction. And there is also a second effect, because caffeine can modulate a protein which covers the testosterone in the vessel system. So if this coverage goes up, then there is no more free testosterone in the scalp, and so far there is no negative testosterone effect.
So the shampoo will reduce your chances of losing more hair?
That's it, yes.
All right.
And you have to treat it very early, so prevention is much better than the reactivity, yes, or interaction.
Okay, so when should you start using the shampoo?
Usually men should start at the beginning of puberty, because this is the first moment where testosterone gets into the organism, into the metabolism. And women we recommend in terms of genetically predisposed hair loss with the beginning of menopause, which is more or less the age of 40 or 45. And you can also very easy find out whether you are concerned or not. You have only to look into your family history, some photographs, if your parents, your grandparents or uncles, aunts express some signs of balding, then you can be sure that you will be concerned.
Now, did you find that there were any side effects when you were doing the study?
That's, I think, the great benefit of the caffeine. It's an absolutely safe, active component. You can drink about 6 or 10 cups of coffee without any harm, and there is no risk of sensitization. And due to the local treatment, it works very rapidly and very directly.
And I think it's important to determine it's not going to make your hair grow if you've already lost it, right? Or will it?
To a certain extent, we also find from the market, from our consumers, some news, some response that the hair is growing freshly.
Really?
Yes, but we don't stress that so much because our strategy is really to educate people to prevent if the hair is still strong in the first period of getting weaker. Then I think it's the key treatment to prevent the further disastrous development.
Now my next question is, can you simply rub coffee grounds into your hair?
That doesn't work because many people ask this or ask me, what about drinking coffee and saving your hair? When you drink coffee, I've calculated you have to drink about 40 to 50 cups of coffee every day.
40 to 50?
That's okay, and that's not healthful.
No.
And so far the local treatment is much better, and also the massage of some caffeine or coffee powder onto the scalp would be not helpful because you need a certain transportation system. The pharmacologist talks about galenics, and if you don't have such a transportation system, you will fail in your drug effect.
Now, how long do you have to use the product before you start to see some improvements?
Usually we recommend about 3 months of treatment of Alpecin and also Plantur 39, and then you see very rapidly a reduction of the daily hair loss. That's the first signal, and from 3 to 6 months you feel more and more that the hair is growing stronger and more resistant, so it's better to handle, and that's especially for women a very important issue, that they have stronger and better to style hair.
Okay, now because it's a shampoo and you're applying in the shower, assuming that shampoo gets on other parts of your body, will it make that hair stronger? Or will it affect other parts of your body in any way?
No, I don't think so, because usually you massage it into the scalp and you leave it for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
When you rinse it off, it's a very short contact when you rinse it over the body. And on the other side, the hair is not always the same hair. The scalp hair behaves a little bit different than body hair. And so sometimes when you think about hair of men, testosterone can stimulate hair growth in terms of face hair, beard, or sexual hair, and on the scalp it makes just the opposite. So it's responsible for hair loss, and that makes a little bit the miracle behind the hair organ. It behaves different from its part of body.